So hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. So today, let's see um, if we are able to do some lead code problems based on using the C++ we know so far. So I've just uh, got some lead code problems. These are easy problems, but let's see if you're able to do them. Um, so yeah, so let's try these. So this is the first problem we have here. Uh, Running sum of 1D array. All right. So let's see how we can do that. Before that, let me just check my audio. I hope that is fine. I hope the audio is okay, but let me just check it. Uh, all right. I hope we are good now. So let's just see. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to solve, but let's just test ourselves, right? There's no harm in it. So let's just see how much we are able to do. Um, yeah, so let's just start and yeah, so we'll see. So this is a question given an array of nums. We define a running sum of an array as running sum, okay, sum equal to nums, okay, that goes up till nums of I, okay. Return the running sum of nums. So, all right. So what we are required to do here is, um, nums is given. All right. So this is given, and we are required to find the running sum, which is, for example, if you take here 4, um, we need to print the running sum of at this element, right? At the last index. So what would that be? That would be the sum of all other elements here, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's look at another example. Over here, if you look at this, so what would be the running sum here at this index where 10 is there, for example? So that would be 3 plus 1 plus 2 and plus 10, right? So that would be about 16, right? So that's what is printed over here at this index. So that similarly, that's how we want. So keeps going like that. So let's see how we can go about solving this. All right. So, um, okay. First of all, let us say we define a sum of an array as okay. So how can we solve this? Meanwhile, if you have any ideas, please do let me know in the live chat. I'll be checking those as well. Um, while I'm doing the solving, I won't be able to check, but let keep your ideas coming in. So I'll be checking it, once in a while. So let me know them if you come across any ideas to solve the problems. But let me just start this off. First of all, let me just say or let me just think through how I'm going to solve this problem. All right. So let me just, because otherwise there is no point in writing the code. Um, so let's say, For example, you have an array, right? And inside this array, you probably have one, two, three, and four. All right. Please ignore my handwriting. It's not that good, but all right. I hope it is at least understandable. But all right. So let us say there is so many elements in this array, for example, and what do we want? We want the running sum, right? So what we can do here is first, I'm not going to think of any optimization solutions. I'm just going to brute force it. We are not at that level yet, so let's not think about those right now. Um, so first, how I can go here is that let me just have a pointer pointing towards this, right? And then after that, I will just say this is the running sum, all right? I'm just going to have this index here. This would be the running sum, right? Let's assume this index over here has to be the running sum, all right? So that would be like nums of nums of 0, which is the first index. I'm just assuming this, all right? And this is going to be, I'm just going to assume this as the running sum for the first iteration, okay? This is the running sum. Let's just say RS for that. All right. Okay. Let's just say RS. All right. This is the running sum. All right. And now when I move to the next index over here, this one, which is this one, when I move from here to here, when the pointer moves from here to here, right? When it goes to here, right? What would happen? Now, what I have to do is I have to update this, right? Update this running sum. I have assumed this as the running sum. Now, when it goes to here, I have to update the running sum, right? So now, what will be the new running sum after going from here to here, right? What will be the new running sum? It would be nums of 0, right? Nums of 0 plus 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 what is this index over here, right? Nums of nums of 1, right? So that would be the running sum of the index over here, all right? So it keeps going this way. So is there a way I can do this like, okay, when I go to the third index now, what happens? Now the running sum becomes again the nums of, when I go to the third index, what happens? Third index over here, or let's say third element. So that would be nums of the previous two elements, right? The previous two elements, the previous to whatever we added. Now this I am going to this here after this. What I'm going to say is this is the new running sum. All right. This I'm going to just update it as the new running sum. over here, new running sum. All right, this will be the new running sum. So automatically, when I go to the third element, what happens is this would be nums of 2 plus again the running sum, right? Plus running sum. So because now the running sum is what? Now the running sum is nums of 0 plus nums of I, right? This would be the running sum, right? Because up till here we already know, right? Already calculated, right? So the new running sum will be the sum of this, whatever calculated already, and then the this element, right? But now, how do we? Okay, so that much is clear. So you would typically need a for loop for this, right? You would need a for loop for this. All right. Meanwhile, if you have any ideas, please do let me know as well. I'm just, like this is my idea, so you can have a different one as well. Please do let me know that. Um, so this is how we can do this. Um, and what else is required here? I think that is good enough. Um, yeah, so yeah, I think that is good enough. This is the rough implementation that we have to do. Um, all right, I don't think I've missed anything else here. So let's see how we can go about writing the code for this. Uh, Also, we have to note the fact that after over here, right, after we um, compute the running sum over here, the first element, once it is done, we have to also uh, put that into a new result array, right? Put that into a new result array, right? So, which is what is here, right? Um, yeah, so we'll probably need a new result array. I'm not sure if we need that, but let's have it. Um, and inside that, what goes in is we'll have to print, we'll not have to print then, not have to print right here. We can print it at the in the end, but um, what will be the output over here in the result? What is going to be the output over here? It is going to be um, so over here, how can I describe this, right? That is something you need to understand as well. So this is going to just be nums of I plus running sum. So this is just going to be nums of I plus running sum, right? When you're going to loop this, this will just be nums of I plus running sum, right? So that's how this is going to look like. Um, and the result we'll have to just print the new array, right? Result array, which is going to be um how will this look like the result array? Um, okay, let's not go into that for now. Let's just initialize it and keep it there. We'll look at that later. For now, let's write the code so far. Just a rough code, and let's see what we can do later. Um, So first already vector is implemented over here. We can say running sum. Okay. So I'm just going to say, um, let's say running sum is equal to, I'm just going to say running sum is equal to running sum is already initialized here. So I'm just going to say running sum equal to nums of 0, 1 at the 0th index. Um, and I'm just going to start a for loop right away. Loop from I equal to 0, starts looping from I equal to 0, and up till I less than nums dot size, nums dot size, and let's say just say I plus plus, and then inside here I am going to just say, um what do we have to do here? We just have to do this, right? Nums of 0. So as it loops, right? So let me just do that. So running sum, right? So how can we write this? Okay, so do we need a result array now? Result array running sum is already initialized to 0, the first index. Um, can I just say running sum is, I don't know if I need a result array yet, but let's see. Running sum is nums of 0, nums of 0 plus plus nums of I, nums of I, right? And then I'm just going to, is it good enough if I just see out running sum? I think this is good enough, I guess. But let's see. Why is it show? Okay. All right. So this is there. Okay. So what if I just, all right. Let me just check the chat. Okay. All right. So if you're here, just drop a hi. I'll just, or if you have any questions as well, please let me know. That's fine too. Um, all right. So after this, what do we have to do? We have to put this into an array, right? Which is probably going to be stored back into running sum, right? So I think that would be good enough, right? So what if we just return running sum here? Uh, Probably good enough. We just return running sum, right? Return running sum. Uh, I don't know if we are there yet. This is probably the simplest implementation, but uh, all right. So let me just see. I'm sure this is not correct, but uh, at least if it runs, let's see. Okay, there is an error here. Okay, reference to non-static member function must be called. Okay, I don't think running sum is okay. All right. Okay. Um, Function must be called. Okay. So it's a function. Okay. All right. So I think I can't say this is running sums, I guess, right? Running sum. Or is it that I have to put it like a, I'm not sure what I should be doing here, but this is a vector, obviously, but let me just see. Vector C++. Let me just check this. Okay, I guess, should I say over here, like, but this is already done here, right? Why do I have to do that? I am not sure. Obviously, this is like, can I just remove this? Not sure if I don't need this at all. I can do it on my own, right? Like, initialize this on my own. I guess. Uh, I'm not sure if I need that actually. Alright, let's just see. Okay, so, let's see now. I probably need that actually, but let's just, um, I think I might need it. Um, Class solution. Okay, what is the problem here? This is probably like I should just vector. Okay, let me just say vector here. Is that good enough? Vector, I guess. All right, let's see. Vector and running some. That's already done here. I'm not sure why I should do that again. This is like a function though. That's the problem. Let's just see first, like, this is our first problem, so let's not like, if the implementation is right, that's fine, but you know, I'm not, let's not get too like, caught up with the syntax over here. Um, let's just see. Or maybe we can just do this, right? Um, Leetcode, Leetcode, C++. Syntax. All right, so okay, all right. So we have some idea over here. Let's just try. Okay, let's see here. What's the problem? Let's remove this. What's the problem over here? Let's see. Okay, close by a typo, which is the name of your function, not a variable. Hmm. All right. I don't want the implementation. I just want the syntax here. Incomplete code. I didn't provide the full code anyway, but running sum is declared as a function name. You cannot use it inside the function as a variable. Okay, maybe we can't use running sum then. Like, okay, let's not use running sum. Let's use something else. Probably use something else then. Let's not use running sum then, I guess. Is that how they do it? Like, though, they don't use the running sum variable, right? They don't use the running sum variable, all right. Nums is already defined, so we don't need to define that again. Uh, so, but how do we initialize that to the zeroth index? Is it just like nums equal to nums of zero? Um, is it just that? All right. Let me see. Um, nums Fourier vector, vector in nums. No, 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 no. Can't be that. How do I like? How do I say nums of I? Nums of I. Just return nums here, I think. Okay. So you have to return whatever is okay. You return what is mentioned over here, alright. So just return that. But how do I initialize alright. Think we can just do nums. Not sure, but let's see. That's a vector, right? We can't do with vector. Let's try over here. Um, alright, let's try. Maybe let's try to debug here. Let's try to debug here, right? Um, alright, so here I think we have it here, I think. Alright, let's try to debug this. Okay, where does I? Okay, okay, alright, that's. I always keep making this mistake over here. Like I forget to write this int, and like I just keeps happening. I don't know why. Alright. What is the other one? The first mistake is this over here. Think about the types. What is norms of zero? Are they the same type? Okay. You wrote running sum equal to, suppose, should the resulting vector be, what should the resulting vector be? Now think about what happens to, what needs to happen to each element. All right. So when you write index I, could you use something you already calculated at index I minus 1 rather than recall it? Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. So here, right, when we are at this index, right, for example, when you're at the third index here, um, what is that index actually? The third index, when you're at the third index, it is actually nums of 2, right? So we can say whatever is calculated up till here, what is that index actually? Suppose the third index is nums of I, then this index would be nums of I minus 1, right? So, alright, so that makes sense, right? So this index would be nums of I minus 1. So 3, third index, let's say like 2, nums of 2. So this is 1. So nums of 2 minus 1. So whatever is calculated up till here. Alright, that makes sense. And if you take for this index, then that would be nums of 3, and we need whatever is there up till here, right? Up till here, the bigger box. So that would be nums of 4 minus, sorry, nums of 3 minus 2, right? 3 minus 2, what is over here? That would be like nums of 3 minus 2, right? So that would be nums of, wait a minute, how can it be nums of 3 minus, it said nums of I minus 1, right? All right. Then I minus 1, yeah, then it's fine, right? So I minus 1 means just the previous index, yeah. So 4 minus 1 would be nums of 3. Or 3 minus 1 would be nums of 2. So whatever is there up till here. So nums of 2 plus the nums. Alright, that makes sense. So, alright, so let us do that. Um, Let us also correct this here. Um, what was this? Okay. So this is a vector, right? So how can I get the index here? How to how to the element at uh, brackets and C++. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I did. But int, okay. Alright, I should say int, I guess. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think I should say int. Okay. Alright, let's just say ints, integer here, and then nums, int nums. I think that's good enough, but Still not there yet. So this would be here. I'm just going to change this. So let's just change this. Um, let's just put that into nums itself. So I'm just going to say nums equal to and nums equal to nums of I minus 1, or would it be nums of I, nums of I plus nums of I minus 1, right? I guess nums of I plus nums of I minus 1, correct? Um, and then return nums. Uh, are we getting what is going on here? I think too frequent. Okay, all right. Let's just wait for a while. Um, let's now go to solutions. Um, all right. Let's see. Uh, okay. I think we're good here, but I think most of the issues is over now, but there is still a few more things to be fixed. You're very close. Okay. Okay, all right. What is now supposed to be another variable called nums as an int? Okay. Okay. It was already declared, all right. There's another important question. Okay. Nums needs to remind the vector, right? Okay. Your loop starts with I equal to 0. Is there an index minus 1? Okay. All right. All right. Oh, all right. So we have to start from 1. We can't start from 0 because it's already we are going like 0 minus 1 will become minus 1, right? So we have to start from 1. We have to start from 1, right? Um, yeah, so that's good enough. But one more thing, okay, one element of the vector not replace the entire vector. Okay, current number plus current running sum is equal to current number plus previous running sum. Okay. So what would be the current number? That is the question. Um, one element of the vector. Okay. So that would mean like I have to say nums of nums of I over here too, I guess. Right? I guess that is correct. Let me see. Um, all right, let's see. Okay. Now it's almost there, I guess. Okay. Still declaring an int called nums, even though nums is already a vector parameter. What punctuation does a C++ statement need at the end? Oh, okay. There is a syntax error here. I don't know if I need this actually. Let's just remove this and see if this runs correctly. Alright, that was good enough. Apparently, I don't even need to actually initialize anything there. I mean, this looks simple, but you can see we spent about like 20 minutes. I don't know how long it was, but 20 plus minutes, I guess. Uh, you see, this is the thing with, solving problems, I guess. There is 100 different ways you can think. Um, and there is not as many, you know, there's not as many ways that would actually lead you to the correct answer or like, the correct solution. Um, so you can just spend too long thinking about something um, that is probably not relevant to the problem. And at the end of the day, like if you circle back to the actual problem somehow, like I think that's what matters. Here, this is like, you know, it was not that tough at all, but we still spend about quite a lot of time. But I do think this is like, you know, uh, I'm just not very like advanced at C++ yet, like, you know, so maybe this gets better over time, but let's see, you know, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's just submit this and let's see. Yeah, so that's fine, I guess. Got accepted, so no issues. I don't know how long I've been live, but um, not sure how long it has been. But if you have any question, please do ask. I would be very happy to answer them. But uh, let's see if you're able to do one more question here. Um, and maybe we'll end it there. I don't want to make it like a very long session. What is this? There is another question. Should we solve this? Um, this is, I think, a little more advanced, but doable. Let's see. Let's look at the other questions as well. All right. What is this? Build array from permutation. All right. Okay. All right. I think there is other questions as well here. There is also, I think, a palindrome number question here too. Given integer is returned true, if x is a palindrome. This is, I think we have done the palindrome element, like palindrome string question. Um, this is more like a palindrome number question. So I think the idea would be the same, just that this is a number. So let's see if you're able to recollect those. you know, those ideas and try to implement it here. So here, this is an integer. We have done it for a string earlier. Let's see how we can do it here. So typically for any palindrome question, you would want to use two pointers, right? So uh, one would be at the left end and one would be at the rightmost end. And you would be checking both ends, right? Um, and eventually, if it's a palindrome, you return it's a palindrome, and if it's not, then you return it's not a palindrome. Um, let's look at this here. There is an edge case over here we have to take note of, which is not there in strings, which is for negative numbers. So negative numbers automatically become not a palindrome, right? Because from right to left, this becomes like a 121 minus, right? So there is an edge case there, which you have not encountered before while doing strings. And read 01 from, okay. So this is again like, I think, another example over here. Um, yeah, so let's see how we can do this question. Um, let's first initialize 2 points. Let's also like have the thing where we wrote the string question as a reference. We've done with strings before, so let's just have that as a reference, and let's just do this. Where is that? Let me just see where it is. Okay, I think it's somewhere here. Okay, question. Yeah, I think this is the one. Okay. So this is how you would do it for strings. So when it comes to integers, the idea should be the same, not too different, right? You would initialize two pointers, right? Left and right pointer. So let's just do that first. Um, let's just initialize two pointers first. Int left, and left would be like 0, right? And then the right one would be integer. Right would be int. Here it would be the size, right? All right, okay. Here there is an issue, right? If you notice, all right, how can we actually, can we just say, and how can we know the size of this? You need to know the size, right? Uh, okay. So how can we go about doing that? Okay. All right. So how can we know the size? X. X is already declared over here. So can I just say x dot, what can I say? X dot length, is that good enough? X dot length is good enough, is it? because I think it should be. Mm, I'm not entirely sure, but here we did str dot length. X dot length should be good enough, I guess. So that would be x dot length minus 1 here. Uh, Here we are using a boolean. All right, that's fine. Um, so while left less than right, let's handle the edge cases first. Let's not jump into the while loop right away. How can we handle the edge cases? If I'm just going to say if x equal to, how can I just say if x equal to um if x equal to minus x, or is it like, how can I say that x equal to, all right, how can I describe that? If minus x, if minus x, then if minus x, I think if minus x, right, should be good, I guess. Then return return false, right? Return false. I think false I can return, right? Um, all right, then that was about the edge case, I think. Not sure if it is actually just minus x. Probably that's good enough, but if minus x, okay. So let's go into the loop. While, what should we check? Left less than right. While left pointer is less than right pointer, right? We should always be like left and then right, you know. Left is going to be lesser right. So that's where we need to start the loop. Uh, and inside you check here if left pointer is not equal to the right pointer, right? So basically, if suppose this wasn't 121 and was 123, then here it would be 1 and the last that would be 3, right? So automatically it becomes a not a palindrome, right? So let me just say if left, um, if left, how can I, okay, just say x dot left, I guess. I guess I can just say x dot left, or maybe let's just put it this way, right? Um, x left. I think that's better, right? Not equal to, not equal to x right. Okay. If that is the case, then just print or just return not a palindrome, which is false. Um, and the next thing is again we just continue with the looping, right? Um, Here we can just return, okay, here we just return false. There we return 0. Um, After that we need to increment, right? Left goes plus plus, and then right goes minus minus. Cool, all right, that's fine. Um, okay, what else do we have to do here? I think that's good enough. And after this, we have to just, after all this finishes, right? I guess we can do it print here, right? We can just print here, right? Yeah. So let's just return row. If all this is fine and goes through, then it is a palindrome. I guess this should be good enough. Let's see. Okay, there is an error. Integer, not a structure or union. Apparently, we can't use this. All right, okay. Yes, we can't use this. Let us see how to how to access how to access an no, an integer. How to access elements in an integer in C++. Do we have to convert or something? Not sure. Um, is there something we need to do here? Modulo division? Okay. String conversion approach. Okay, this you would have to convert it to a string, right? I don't think this is good though. Modulo and division. How is this? This is quite interesting. Um, Extract digits from right to left. Okay. Number less than 0. Number modulo 10. So modulo 10 would be like, okay. Um, so for example, if it is, okay. So if we just do modulo 10, I think it just kind of reverses it, right? Okay. If you just do modulo 10, it just reverses the number, I guess. Or it retrieves the last digit. Okay. It doesn't reverse it, it retrieves the last digit. Okay. That's not okay, that's good. So I'll have to how can I just put it here? So let's see if we are able to do this here. I think we don't need this though. Let's try and do this here though. We have to get the last digit. That doesn't give us the length, right? How to get how how to get the length? How to get the length of an integer? We just need the length, right? We don't need to access it. So, string conversion. I think it's better to just convert it to a string and do it. Probably just better to convert it to a string, right? Iterative loop approach. No, 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 this is not good. Log 10, this is O1, to string. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. To string, yeah. Okay, so let's try string str to string. Okay, makes sense then. Let's just convert it then. Like that is easier than no. Why not, right? Let's just convert it to a string then. We'll have to do that first. So just put it here. So everything now becomes a string. String str. But here it is default, like defined as an integer. So that's what I'm thinking. Let's see if there is a hint over here. Is there a hint? Could you solve it without converting the integer with to a string? Okay, we'll look at that, but let's do it while it's a string. Um, do we need std? I'm not sure. I don't think probably do need std here uh, because it's not. I think it's not imported. All right. So str string. Okay, I think that's the syntax, right? Is that the syntax? String str to string. Okay. All right. So where is that? Okay. To string. It's not num here. It's x str. Okay. Now it has become str, right? So now let's just say here if minus x. All right. To string x. Okay, we have done that. Here, let us keep it as str dot length. Uh, that's good enough, right? Here again, this is still str. If does it become minus str here? No, right? Not sure. Let's see. Let's see if it runs first. Okay, I haven't terminated this. All right. Okay. Compiler. Uh, how can I do that? I think it's good enough if I just say minus x. Let's see. It ran, but it's not correct, I guess. At least it ran, so not too bad there. But here it should have returned true. It returned false. So something wrong. Uh, let's see where we went wrong. Let's just return it after all this, not over here. Okay, all right. What happened there? Okay, let's see now what happens. Um, okay, expected member name or what happened there? Uh, no, no, I think we have to return here only. That's not the way. That's not the way to do it. All right, so there is something wrong here after this. Let's check our program over here. All right. Um, member name. Okay, I don't think. Yeah, it's fine if I return it over here, I guess. But there is some small thing I'm missing. Let's see. I'm sure it's something very silly here, but let's see. Let's not waste too much time. Um, all right. We are almost there, but let's finish this. Let's see. We are almost there, though. Um, let's see what's. Okay. Okay. Look at, okay. Minus x. All right. Suppose x is this. Minus x. Okay. Suppose minus what is? Does my if minus x actually check whether x is never okay? Or is it simply evaluating a number as a boolean? There's also one more edge case here, I guess. Correctly identify 0 as a palindrome and another. What happens when you do think about the minus character? Alright, so when we convert it, the minus is also a character, right? Um, yeah, so there is, alright, so that is good. Um, so what can we do with that? Um, alright, so let's see. I think we can also zero is there. There is an edge case. Alright, okay. So let's see. Where is it? Okay. So let me see if str equal to 0 or oh okay, so let's say if all right, let's say if str equal to 0, str equal to 0, then return false. Return true actually, that is a palindrome, right? Return true. And also check else if, right? Else if um str at the 0th index, right? Str0 equal to if it's minus. So that is a character. I think that's good enough. But let's see, I'm not sure. Let's see. str0 should be the zeroth index. But let's see what happens. Okay, str, if str equal to 0, um, okay, can I just say x equal to 0 then? Um, is that good enough? No? Alright. Is it, it's assignment, right? This is assignment, right? We just have to compare, use the comparison operator. So let me just use equal to here, and over here as well we are not assigning anything. So let's see now, are we there? No, not yet. Comparison between pointer and integer. No. All right, let's see what we can do here. Not exactly sure how to handle zero, then detect negative number. Think about the types. Gives you one character, string, okay. All right, okay. You don't need the special. All right, maybe we don't need that, but that's okay. Okay, this is a character over here, so let's just use single quotes instead. I think that should solve the problem. Um, let's see. All right, we are there. Oh, finally, we have got the output. Anyway, we have got the solution correct. Let's just submit and see. Um, in the next session, maybe we can try and do this without using string conversion. Um, let's see how we can do that. But for now, this is good enough. So let's end the session here. I think let's see if there is any chat. Let me reply. And if no, then I will just end the session. I hope you had a good session. All right. If you don't have any questions, then I'll just end it here. So I hope you enjoyed watching this live stream. And if you did, please like the video and share it with your friends who might also be interested in this. So yeah, until the next live stream, see you and bye.